And by the way, he put a lid on his campaign until Tuesday. That's, count him, 9 days. Well, I have two stories here. I don't know if this one is going to get out because the algorithm that YouTube has is banning this, not necessarily banning, but shadow banning, I guess, sort of stifling the, I guess, visibility of this news article. This came out a couple hours ago, I think about 4 hours, 42 minutes. This is breaking exclusive text message show VP Biden and his wife colluded to suppress Hunter's actions with a certain minor. Now, there's no videos or just text messages, and there's no names. So that's good. This is from the Gateway Pundit. You take it for what it's worth. So, yesterday reported on VP Joe Biden who snapped at a reporter who dared ask him about his son. And by the way, he put a lid on his campaign until Tuesday. That's, count him, 9 days. 8 days today. But VP Biden can't get out of this one. Biden did not let you, or WYOU, reporter Andy Meshelik, get through his question before snapping during an event on Saturday. Questions and controversy continue today about Hunter Biden, your son, he began. I won't play the video, but it basically goes like this. There is no controversy, he interjected. That's all a lie. There is controversy. There are text messages. There are videos. Oh, and believe me, there are videos. And you can't say that they're fake. They're him smoking crack, probably crap too, and him involved in a sexual congress of a kind of an odd nature. But we can just move on from that because that's not really what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is, dare I say, inappropriate actions with a minor. At Hunter Biden doing this, okay? Now, and then the wife of Joe Biden, Jill, and Joe, conspiring and colluding to put it under the rug. I will continue. Biden does not want you to believe your own eyes. Of course, Biden is the one who is lying. His leaked emails have revealed deep levels of corruption and homemade prawn of his son smoking crack-a-doodle with prostitutes is all over the internet. But today we have much more. Hunter Biden sent the following text to a family friend where he shares that someone is accusing him of being inappropriate around his or her daughter. This is why Hunter claims he is not allowed to be alone with that person. This is just Russia disinformation. It's not. Because if it was, the media would be out in force just blasting it. They're saying, oh, we're not going to talk about it. It's Russian disinformation. They move on. But they don't want to investigate it. Notice how there isn't any journalist in the big three, CNN, MSNBC, and even not going to say Fox, even remotely querying about this. I wonder if this is true. But if you look here, it says, tell people I'm sexually inappropriate with daughter. If anyone of you ever repeat that again, I swear to God, you might as well put a firearm to my head yourself, because somebody, if all the tabloids who live to doink with me anyway were to repeat that a repeated rumor blank came from blank, that's why I cannot come home. I will not survive that. No one could survive that. She is stupid and she is reckless and she is evil. And if you can't get her to see her own self-interest in never saying that again as reason, I am not allowed to be alone with a person. Another text message from Hunter to a family friend. Hunter shares his mother, Jill, propagates the claims that Hunter is inappropriate around the children, and VP Joe Biden is aware as well. Of course, we don't know nothing up here. Wouldn't they believe exactly what blank tells them? Or my mom tells Jill probably him things like I'm blank inappropriate with children. So tell me please, how do I keep my kids without killing myself in the process? He's off his rocker. And in a text message to Hunter from his Uncle Jim, former Vice President Joe Biden's brother, Uncle Jim shares that both he and former VP Joe Biden are upset with the accusations of impropriety, but they don't believe them. Jim and Joe Biden want to discuss with Hunter so they can all get their stories straight. Interesting. Get their stories straight. That seems like conspiracy and collusion. This is from Jim. Hunter, it is imperative you call me or your father. Your father is getting, as I am barraged by blank. He has not responded. I have not responded. We both agree with and trust you. Why would you agree and trust with a known crack addict? She is spreading what you told me, and I believe you are lies. Once again, we both need your side of the story, so we can both shove it down her effing throat. I implore you to call, please. We are on your side. I believe you. This is nothing sort of character assassination. Love you, Jim. And next day, he says, when does your plane arrive? I'll pick you up. Please send info. I love you, pal. Just between your dad, me, and you. And he goes 7 a.m. All right. In an email to a colleague and fellow board member of Burisma, now felon Devin Archer, Hunter explains how he is not allowed to be around a certain person without his father, Joe Biden, being there. From Devin Archer. Call you in 30 minutes. Thanks for chatting last night, braza. This life is just real torture. Then it says, yes, it seems like endless test of my sanity. To hate as much as do right now is beyond dangerous. Blank won't let me see blank without my father present. Can you effing imagine that? That F up that I've effing shielded for 2 years and taken all the heat is keeping me from talking to or being around blank. Torture? How you doing today? And he said same. Interesting. Let me read that again. Can you imagine that F up that I've effing shielded for 2 years? Who did he shield? Interesting. But honestly, at this point, it all seems like it's just family drama. Okay, continuing on. And the fifth text message shows Hunter explaining to a certain person that her mom told former VP Joe Biden that she should call the police if Hunter tried to see that person. It says, I love you, blank, but your mom just decided that she's willing to risk having you taken from her father or taken from her rather than spend a month with family in Malibu, California. She told Pop, probably Joe Biden, that she would call the police if you tried to see you, blank. When she lies and says she never said that, call Pop and ask him. And these texts paint a horrible picture of what is going on behind the scenes in the Biden family. What the hell's going on in the Biden household? If a minor was involved, why did no one contact the police? Well, you know why. Politics. Why was this hidden from the public? Politics. Was this because of the tarnished Joe's political image? Politics. Most importantly, is the child safe now? Doesn't matter. Politics. VP Biden, this is no lie. It's not coming from President Trump. This is not coming from Russian information. It's not coming from your nuclear family. It's not coming from China. It's not coming from Ukraine. This is the real deal, in my opinion. As an officer of the court, why didn't you address this horrible and potentially criminal situation within your family? Politics. And in the same realm of all this, this all boils down to big tech censorship. 100% across the board, no doubt. 100%. Election interference, YouTube runs fact check on searches, not just videos about Biden and fracking. Imagine that. We have video of Joe Biden saying this.
Would there be any place for fossil fuels, including coal and fracking, in a Biden administration?
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated.
You see, this is not Russian disinformation. This is him saying it. He believes it. He wants it. But he got put out there. Of course he did. Google-owned YouTube is running damage control for the Biden campaign, running a fact check at the top of the searches related to Joe Biden fracking, which claims that the Democrat candidate does not want to ban the oil and gas extraction method. Searches for Joe Biden fracking and Joe Biden fracking currently return predominantly featured fact check positioned above the listed videos. And it shows independent fact check, independent. Did Biden propose a ban on fracking? Claim in 2020 presidential election, Democratic candidate Joe Biden's policy on fracking was to ban it outright. Rating Mostly false.
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated.
That's mostly bullshit. The first result in the search results as a clip of Biden and Trump's exchange on fracking during the second presidential debate, in which Democrat candidates said his administration would transition away from the oil industry, which is the same thing as banning.
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated.
You can ban something over a period of time. The oil industry pollutes significantly. It has to be replaced by renewable energy over time. The second result in a YouTube video for Joe Biden fracking is a video of Biden attempting to walk back the comments at a recent live event, insisting he is not banning fracking.
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated.
Biden's comments on fracking are expected to be a major problem for Democrats in swing states like Pennsylvania and Ohio, both of which have enjoyed employment booms thanks to the fracking industry. Breitbart News fact-checked Biden's recent claims that he would not ban fracking in August, finding the claim mostly false.
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated.
According to Breitbart's fact-check by Joel Pollack, verdict, mostly false. Biden has promised to ban fracking repeatedly as his running mate. Biden said Monday during his speech supposedly on violence, "I am not banning fracking. Let me say again, I am not banning fracking, no matter how many times Donald Trump lies about me."
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated.
The problem for Biden is, though, he explicitly promised to ban fracking during the second Democratic Party presidential primary debate on July 31st, 2019 in Detroit, Michigan.
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated.
President Trump has begun using video of Biden criticizing fracking at his recent campaign events. Breitbart News has previously revealed that YouTube tightly controls what appears on top of many politically charged search results. An internal file from the company called YouTube Controversial Query Blacklist contained thousands of search terms, including abortion, Federal Reserve, Maxine Waters, and David Hogg. At the time it was leaked to Breitbart News in January 2019. When a term is added to the blacklist, it reorders the search results to favor videos, a set of verified accounts handpicked by YouTube. One Google source called the existence of the blacklist a smoking gun proving political bias. You don't need to prove political bias. It's right there in front of us. We see it every day. With Twitter and Facebook and Google and YouTube, we see it. So that begs the question, with all of this going on, who do you believe? Do you believe your lying eyes? Do you believe the independent fact checkers at Google? Really? Think about this for a second. If you're paid to be an independent fact checker, okay, by a multi-billion-dollar company who is politically biased way far left of Pol Pot, Stalin, and Mao, who do you think they're going to always give the verdict mostly false or false? Yeah, the people on the right side of Pol Pot, Mao, and Stalin. So that's where we're at right now. So we're at big tech companies are stifling free speech. I know what you're going to say. I'm going to say this all the time. They're a private company. They can do what they want. Yes, but they shouldn't. They are. They're acting like publishers, not a private platform. They are curating what people can see, even in Google searches, or what people cannot see. And if you don't think there's political bias out there stifling the Hunter Biden, Jill Biden, Joe Biden emails and all that other stuff, and then you look at this and you say, oh, there's no election interference. Yes, there is. Of course there is. Big tech is biased towards the left. And of course they are. They don't like Donald Trump because they know their time is nigh.